Happy Sunday night. So pumped to hang out with you guys tonight. Welcome to Solutions for Sellers. And we're going to be doing our Sunday segment tonight on how to book parties consistently. This is obviously going to be an enormous topic tonight. And it's always a popular topic, right? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to work different multiple strategies to book your calendar consistently every single month. So as you guys are hopping on, make sure to say hello in the comments. Make sure to let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm so pumped to talk about this today because this is like my jam. You guys, if y'all have been following me for a little bit, you guys know this is like one of my favorite topics. I'm excited to share some strategies with you guys this evening. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. Today, I'm going to give you the goods, and I'm going to be giving you guys multiple strategies to help you start booking parties consistently. I 1000% believe that it really comes down to three things. It comes down to effective systems. It comes down to having your goals preset before the month actually begins. And then it also comes down to creating a tool belt of strategies. Okay, so that's how this live is going to be broken up into those three things. And then we're going to deep dive into games for bookings, non-live games, and then just multiple awesome strategies that you guys can take into your day-to-day and book parties. Okay, because we all want to have a consistent calendar, right? When we go into our month, we never want to start off our month with 0 bookings, okay? But I want you guys to let me know. There's a few of you watching right now. Let me know, what does your month look like? Is it a little more on the dry side? Do we have some bookings, or is there just like no hostess in sight? What's it looking like for you guys? Because I'm really curious to see who I'm talking to this evening. And then I also want to give you guys some reminders. I know that the links up here, hopefully my links loaded. Let me know if it didn't. But above the live, we've got multiple links there. These are going to be additional resources for you guys to help you kind of hone in on your strategy. So for those of you guys that are ready to just book parties right now, there's free booking scripts right above my head here that you guys can use. They're all scenario based. I probably should have renamed that file instead of just booking script, like scenario booking scripts, because they're great for VIP groups. They're great for party guests outside your VIP group. They're very specific. So make sure to download that. It's absolutely free. It's right above here. Hopefully you can see the links up there. There's also a SendShare link. Okay, so if you're a SendShare member or an Academy member, you will get free non-live booking graphics above the video here. So feel free to download those. You can join the folder for free as well. There's like a Jeopardy game. There's Deal or No Deal. There's like Scratch Off. There's like a whole bunch of different ones up there. So make sure to check that out. Absolutely free, guys. And then I don't remember what the last link is. Sunday morning brunch is the last link above. So if you guys are signed on our email list, every Sunday we send out an email blast every Sunday at around 10 a.m. because that's brunch time, right? And you get a newsletter. And in the newsletter, there's freebies. We have a monthly blog that we try to keep up with. Sometimes we fail at keeping up with a monthly blog, but there's a blog. There's a freebie in there as well. And this month, it's really geared towards modernizing your Facebook strategy. So basically, the blog that we posted this morning, some of you guys have been giving some amazing feedback on that. So thank you guys so much for checking that out. But it's basically showing you how to modernize your Facebook strategy. So if you're having back-to-back flop parties, check that blog out and the freebie because it walks you through what you're missing in your Facebook strategy. So check that out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the training, guys. Yay, I'm so glad you like the brunch emails. Michelle, I'm excited for you as well. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this, guys, all right? I told you guys I was going to break this up into multiple different parts for this live training because I feel like breaking this up into different segments makes it a little easier to understand, right? For number one, I think when it comes to business, you need to have systems in place. Okay. Big believer in that. And when it comes to parties, I think it should be the same thing, right? You need to have a mindset of consistency and sustainability, right? Because if you can create a consistent system for yourself that you can take from party to party to party, then your results just end up skyrocketing, right? You get more consistent results so that when you do, and I just want this to kind of go out there for all of y'all, I want y'all to hear this piece. When you do experience flop parties, when you do experience no's, right? People that say no to the opportunity, people that say no to bookings, you at least have the system in place because you've been doing it so consistently that, you end up having your result still at the end of the day. Okay. So versus not having a system. If you don't have a system in place right now for your party booking process, and you don't have a tool belt full of strategies that you can just pull different ideas and strategies from, then I'm here to help you with that. Okay. You desperately need it. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it, guys. So first, let's talk about the first step here, and it's creating a system. Okay. Who's heard of the FIRE system? You guys have probably heard me talk about that in the past. We've had a whole other training. The FIRE system is your party strategy, right? And it's broken down into 4 main parts of the strategy: future bookings, right? Increase sales, recruit often, and encourage forever customers. Okay. This right here is the strategy to take into every single party setting. Why? Why is that the setting? Or why is that the system that you want to use? Well, it focuses on all of your focus points when it comes to obtaining whatever results you want from your parties, as long as you have goals for everything. So for example, if I go into a party setting, my mindset before the party even begins, my mindset is I want to make sure I get 2 bookings off of this party, because 2 bookings starts that snowball effect to consistent parties. If every party I go into, I focus on just 2 parties, which is a realistic goal. We're not focusing on 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're just focusing on a simple goal of 2. Then I can start to see those results faster. Okay. There's the first part of the system. And then you want to have your tool belt of different strategies that are going to help you obtain those 2 bookings. Okay. As far as your first part of your system. The next part is right? Increase sales. So again, you're going to have a system behind it. You're going to have a tool belt of strategies. What strategies am I going to use, right, out of this tool belt to make sure that I'm increasing sales in every single party? Whether it's using my hostess to make sure that she's posting, right, at least once a day with a 1-minute task to encourage interaction. Whether it's having her put me in 3-way chats with her friends and helping her close sales, right? Whether it's, updating everyone with what's going on in the party as far as sales go, and making sure that I'm tagging people in that party poll post, right? So it doesn't matter like what strategies they are, as long as you have strategies that are in place for every part of the system. And then you have the R. Trisha says she's never heard of this before. So FIRE system. R, which is recruit often, right? What tools or what strategies am I going to be pulling out of my tool belt, right, to make sure that I'm in the action of creating endless leads for people looking into the opportunity, right? Whether it's, again, 3-way chats or starting conversations with people that I think would be great for the business, right? Or making a goal of making sure that I'm having at least 5 conversations per party with people about the business. And then E, encourage forever customers, right? You want to bring people into your VIP group. Where's my tool belt, right? What are my strategies for that? So the key to success, guys, is making sure that you have a system for everything. And whatever system you use, you've got that tool belt of strategies that you can pull. So if this one strategy didn't work great, that's fine. You've got another one in that tool belt that you can pull so that you can start achieving those goals for every single part of your business. Okay. So I hope that part is a little helpful. Tonight, we're going to be talking about F, which is future bookings, right? Every party setting, I try to think of a goal. And my goal is 2 parties. That's it. Not 5, not 6, not 7, just 2 parties per party. That starts my 2x2 booking system, right? Every party I book 2, I'm just going to end up with 4. And it's going to be 8, and then it's going to be 16, and then it's going to be 32, and then it's just going to it's going to be this continuous snowball effect. And that's what I want for you guys, okay? Systems create sustainability, right? Everybody write that down somewhere. Systems create sustainability. So I'm going to walk you through different ways that you can book parties in your parties. So hopefully you guys can go through and download the booking scripts above as well. That way you at least have that as a tool. I know in the Academy this month, tomorrow night, we're going to be doing a 48-hour booking blitz together. So that'll be fun. But of course, you can always do your own booking blitz as well. Okay. Goals allow you to have a target to reach for. So if you guys are not going into your party setting with a set goal, then you're not doing yourself any favors. Okay. You have to make sure when you're going to any party setting that you have a goal in mind. So comment below and let me know, what is your goal for February? I know that we're already kind of into the month already. How many parties would you like for February this month? And let me know in the comments. I want to see, what's in your mind frame today. What are you looking for February? What kind of month would you like to have for February? Because it's all mindset too, guys, okay? It doesn't matter what strategies I give you, because I can tell you what games to play. I can tell you the right words to say. I can tell you what strategies to use and what not to. I could tell you all the things. But if your mindset is already that negative, toxic vocabulary, and if you're already telling yourself that you're not going to be able to get these bookings because you've tried this before, you've sent a script and someone ignored you, you've gone live but people didn't come onto your live, then you're not setting yourself up for success. So I want to encourage you guys, as you guys listen to this training and as I go through and I give you these tips and I give you these strategies, take it to heart, okay? Take it to heart and immediately take action. Don't be a professional student, okay? You want to take these strategies and immediately implement, because you're going to have all the tools that you need, okay? Goal for the month is 4 parties, 1,000 PV. That is a great goal. 2 parties to start back. Fantastic. 4 to 5, 4 to 6, 12, 3 a week minimum. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started at the very top, right? Let's talk about planning, okay? Positioning so that you can go ahead and profit, all right? You want to plan, you want to position so that you can profit. And I'm not talking profit only for the definition of, monetary, okay? I'm talking profit as in achieving your goal, okay? You got to plan ahead so that you can position your offer, you can position your strategy, and then at the end you can profit from it, okay? So how do we do that? Well, it's having this tool belt, right? So let's talk about this tool belt really quickly. What is a tool belt? Anybody want to tell me in the comments what a tool belt is? I mean, I know it's a silly question, but you have to have the definition to this thing, because this is going to come around in full circle. What is a tool belt? A tool belt is something that has multiple pockets for multiple things, right? I want you guys to think of these strategies, all right, as different tools, okay? So first, let's start off with games for bookings, right? Let's start off with games for booking. There's multiple games that you can play, all right? There's, whether it's the picture Jeopardy, you can do Deal or No Deal, you can do a hostess referral program, you can do book to look, you could do trivia. There's so many different booking games that you can play. But here's the 3, okay? Here are the 3 strategies that I want you to immediately put into your tool belt for your very next party, okay? So number 1, okay, here's the number 1 tool. The number 1 tool is your hostess, okay? Number 1 tool is your hostess. Why is she the number 1 tool? Because she's going to be the closest person that's going to help you reach out to her audience. to her circle of friends and her bubble. All right. So how do you utilize your hostess to help you get bookings? Well, number one, you need to focus on that relationship, right? There's we had our monthly content launch on the 25th of last month, excuse me. And on that post was hostess collaboration, right? I gave you guys all the tips and a free guide on how to properly hostess coach in every single party setting. 1-minute tasks, right? Making sure that you're catering to the relationship, making sure that you're building the bonds, making sure that you're connecting with her so that she doesn't feel like a business tool and you're treating her like a friend. You gotta utilize all of that because that's going to help you reach out to her audience as well. So what are some ways that you can get your hostess to help you book parties? Well, number one, I know we said that we were going to talk about games in here, but there's so many trainings already in this group that talks about games, right? You can easily search the Solutions for Sellers group booking games and you're going to see like a million posts. There's tutorials for everything. But how do you use your hostess, right? Because this is the easiest thing that you could do. Well, number one, you can give her an incentive. Give her an incentive to help you book parties. How do you do that? You can create a hostess referral program, right? A hostess referral program is exactly whatever you want to define it as you as the business owner, you in the driver's seat, you as the pilot in your cockpit. So how do you define your hostess referral program? Well, number one, any 2 bookings that she can obtain for you or any 5 group chats that she can put you in, you can give her a reward for that, okay? So how do you do that? Give her the words to say, right? Give her the tools. So one thing that I enjoyed doing with my hostess was, number one, I would say, hey, how much are you loving this party right now? Are you having a good time? Fantastic. Can you think out of all your friends that are in this party, can you think of 3 people that you think would make great hostesses? I wanted to ask you first because I know you know your friends. I know you know your family. Who do you think would make great hostesses? And then she could tell me the names. And when she gives me the names, then I would ask her, okay, well, let's play a quick game here. Okay, here's the game. I want you to get me into group chats with these 3. All right. And I want you to, when you put me in a group chat, I want you to go through and tell them how much fun you're having with this party and why you recommend them hosting a party as well. If you can get me into 3 group chats and you can get at least 2 of those people to say yes to a booking, then I'm going to reward you with X reward. It could be $10 in hostess credit. It could be a $5 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. It could be free shipping on your hostess order. It could be whatever it is that you want. But this is just an example, okay? And here's the deal, guys. This is why it goes back to mindset, right? This always goes back to mindset. You have to get into the mindset when you go into your parties that your goal is to make sure that that relationship with your hostess is solid. You have to have a solid relationship. That's why we have that hostess collaboration post explaining to you how to connect with your hostess, how to solidify that relationship. Because if you did that and you were connecting with your hostess really well, then she'll do it. She'll go through and she'll put you in three-way group chats. And if she doesn't feel comfortable, she's like, well, I don't really know what to say. That's totally fine, girl. All you do is just be honest. Just be honest, right? Put them in a group chat. Be 100% honest with how you're loving this party. And as long as you are making it as easy as possible for your hostess, all she's doing is inviting her friends to the event, right? You're giving her 1-minute tasks, which is not going to take her very long to do it, right? You're being super friendly with her. You're treating her like a friend and not as a number. So all that she can say are nice things. And you're rewarding her for bringing in conversations with you, right? Bringing her friends into conversations. And here's why this works very, very well. This works very well because when her friends and her bubble of friends are going to listen to her, they're not going to listen to you as much. They're going to listen to her because those are her friends. So if she goes through and pops you in a 3-way chat, it's like Google reviews, right? Or it's Amazon reviews. You're going to look through and see what other people are saying first before you actually make a purchase. It's going to be the same idea with your actual hostess. She's going to put you in a 3-way chat. She's going to start saying all these awesome things and how awesome of a consultant you are. And that's going to help them make a decision. So that's just one thing that you can do. That's one awesome strategy to start helping you book parties off of every party. Another thing you could do is, if some of you guys are using our social event scripts, use a bingo card, right? Use a bingo card and give it to your hostess. Give your hostess a bingo card that has different tasks that she can do. Simple tasks. Invite 25 people into the group, right? Make sure 25 people accept the invitation. The second thing could be tag at least 25 people throughout the entire party to make sure, whatever. Tag at least 25 people throughout the entire party. Comment on at least 20 posts, right? Make sure that you at least post 3 times throughout the party, just different things on that bingo card. And then one of them could be get 2 people to book a party, right? So that's another thing that you can do to really, really just like kind of utilize your hostess to help you book those parties. Shouldn't your reward after book parties take place? Joanne, you can most definitely do that if you want to. I was just giving you examples, but yes, you can do that. You can reward a $10 credit. You can reward a gift card. You can reward an additional gift. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. Okay. Okay. But I mean, I've done both ways. So either way, whatever you are more comfortable with, is up to you. Okay. So the next thing is, let's talk about, now that we've kind of talked a little bit about hostess referrals and how to utilize your hostess for bookings, let's talk a little bit about games. Okay. Who's ever used a game in a party to book a party? I think most of us have probably used games before. So let's talk about non-live games, and then we'll talk about the live game. Different non-live games that you could use. Again, there's a Sendshare folder up above that we made for you with multiple graphics that you could use. And with these graphics, just make sure that you keep it lighthearted, right? Make it light, make it fun, make it exciting. And it really helps when you're doing it consistently. Okay. Now, is every single party going to be awesome? Are you going to book parties off of every single one? Of course not. Right. I mean, that's why it helps to have these multiple strategies, right? Strategy number 1, utilize your hostess, right? The second thing you're putting in your tool belt is going to be these non-live graphic games. Normally, you want to play these after the product post, right? So after your product posts go through and post, then right afterwards, you want to go ahead and have either deal or no deal, or you can have Jeopardy. Jeopardy is a really fun one because it's kind of like trivia. People can go through and comment below. They can ask questions, they'll pick a category and then a number off the board. And then below, you'll put the question, and then they have the opportunity to answer the questions. So when they do that, hey, Rochelle, what's going on, girl? When they do that, and they can comment below with whatever answer, if they get it correct, then they can start obtaining points. And the person with the most points can end up getting an awesome reward for booking a party, right? There's just multiple strategies that you can use. So Jeopardy, an actual Jeopardy board, is a fun one that you could use. There's also a scratch off one that's also in that Sendshare link that you could use as well. That's a different booking game that you can utilize. There's gifts, right? You could have a GIF that could be, a running GIF where whatever they screenshot on, that ends up being the reward that you send them for booking a party. But here's the deal, guys. Like, I don't want you to be afraid to put yourself out there, right? I don't want you to be afraid to play these games, okay? Because I can tell you 75 to 80% of my party bookings would come from these posts, okay? And you'll find that over time when you start to obtain those first 2 bookings and you really start to create that snowball effect. When you start utilizing all those strategies in your tool belt, you're going to start to see more people landing on your calendar. You just have to stay consistent with your strategies. So hostess referral, non-live booking games, right? And then the last part, which, I literally built my business on live booking games. I literally built my entire business on live booking games, and I did it consistently. So if the hostess referral program doesn't work, if for some reason your hostess isn't doing it or she doesn't add you in the group chats, If your graphic game ends up being a flop, or if people aren't hopping on, then you want to use that last piece of your tool belt, which is your live booking game. Okay. Tons of live booking games that you can play. There's Balloon Pop, which is a ton of fun, where you can set up your balloons behind you. You can have little prizes in the slips of paper inside of your balloon. You can put some confetti in it to just have fun with it. And when people hop on, you can give them the opportunity to pop a balloon. You can attach a trivia behind it that gets them to pop a balloon. You could really do whatever you want to have people hop on. But the whole point is when they hop on, they're having fun, right? You're creating the culture of fun and excitement. They're getting to know you. You're sharing your brand, who you are as a person. You're being yourself. You're having a fun time. And you're showing people how much fun it is to book a party with you. You got to remember the missing piece in your parties as to why people aren't booking parties is the fun factor, okay? It is the fun factor. You have to have the fun factor. If people aren't having fun, they're not enjoying it, then they're not going to have an incentive to book a party with you, okay? So you got to be sure that you're having a good time. If you're on live, don't be monotone. Have fun, be expressive, right? Make sure that you're super friendly. You treat everybody like they're your best friend. These really helpful things that you do on your lives, and when you're smiling and you're just super helpful and you're just a friendly person in your lives, that really helps people understand who you are and if it's somebody that they really want to hang out with. Because that's basically what a hostess is, right? They're like your temporary business partner for the week. And if you do it right, they end up being a friend of yours, right? For me, like I would add, and I know everybody's different on this, but you guys let me know, like, did you ever add your hostess as a friend on Facebook? Because I would. All of my hostesses, I had great relationships with them because I didn't treat them as like just my hostess, right? I didn't send them a novel. I made it super simple. I made sure that I made it about them. And that's your goal, right? You have to make it about them and make sure that they're having a fun time, guys. Okay. It's not about you. It's about them. End of the day. And as long as they're having a good time, you're making it easy for them. And you have those multiple strategies in that tool belt that you're pulling, right? Okay, I'm going to try a graphic game. All right, that didn't work. Or I'm going to try a hostess referral. Great, she got me one person. That's a win, right? Write it down, get excited about it. Now I'm going to go live. And then here's the last piece to your tool belt, right? This is actually going to be a fourth piece besides the live booking games, because you can search throughout this group. You can search booking games. There's bingo, balloon pop, there's MASH, there's all sorts of things. And then there's a tutorial for everything. So if you guys want to look those up, feel free. Tons of trainings and solutions for sellers. There's a whole guide in this group as well that teaches you how to do the whole thing. But that last piece is, what is going to be my last ditch effort to make sure that I get that second booking, okay? Because my goal is only 2, right? I got the goal in mind, all right? I've used 3 out of the 4 strategies. I've only got 1 booking. So how do I get that second one? Now you want to make sure you're PMing people. Every single party guest gets a message from me, every single one, even if it ends up in message request, even if it ends up in spam, okay? You want to make sure that you're reaching out to everybody. All right. Not everybody's going to assume that never assume that people just won't see your message. Most people won't see your message, but not everybody. I can't tell you how many times my team and myself have sent out messages and you just think it's going to sit in message requests forever, right? And they see it, right? You get a notification when somebody sends you a message, even in message requests. It says somebody's trying to send you a message and then it disappears. So people get the notification and then there's like a little red #1 sign, right? Saying that, hey, there's something in your inbox. And when you click on it, it shows you spam and message requests, or spam and something else. There's another tab there. So they have the option to choose one or the other. Now, how do you overcome that? Here's an extra thing that you can do to help you overcome that message request debacle. The m.me/your Facebook username. Use that as a link, okay? So whoever you message, if they didn't see it in 24 hours, make sure that you go on any post in the party, tag their name, and then add the link and say, hey friend, I just want to let you know I sent you a quick message. I just wanted to make sure you saw it. Please let me know if you saw my message. Here's the link. And then pop that link in there, because when they click it, it leads them right into your inbox. It bypasses the message requests. So that way you are in the inbox with them. So a lot of times, I mean, I've used this thousands of times, guys. And a lot of times people see it. And when they see it, they end up in Messenger with you. So try it out, okay? Try it out. Send everybody a message. Use the scripts above, okay? There's actually a set script for people that you are in a party setting with. And make sure that you're just asking, okay? Don't be afraid to ask. It's not spammy. It's not spammy to ask them a question. I got asked this question the other day, actually. Don't you think it was kind of like, it was like somebody who's having trouble booking parties, and they sent me a message. They said, Janet, don't you think it's spammy to send messages to people that you're in a party with? And the answer to that question is absolutely not. If they opted into the party, they are opting in to get messages from me. They are opting in to make sure that I was able to serve them. Okay, they're opting in for me to check on them and make sure that they get the customer service from me that they need. That's the way that I see it. If you're opting in to the party, then you're opted in to get a message from me, to get a follow-up, to get a thank you for joining the party with me, okay, and an invite into my group. So that's the way that I see it. Hey, hello, friend. So here's the deal, guys. Here's what I want you to really just kind of take from this training. I'm not going to make this super long, but number one, okay, if you want to start creating consistent bookings, create a system for yourself. What is the system? Okay, well, we're starting off with F for future bookings. That's the first part of the FIRE system, right? F for future bookings. Make sure you're creating that tool belt. And I know I keep repeating that, but you have to make sure to create that tool belt. That tool belt has to have multiple strategies. You cannot go into a party setting and have one way that you hope and pray that you're going to book parties off that deal or no deal, right? You hope and pray when you go live, people hop onto that live video and they book parties from you. You can't just have one strategy. You have to have multiple ways of doing it. And the multiple ways are having a game that you post, right? Having a hostess that you have connected with and built a relationship with. You can create a referral program for that. You could do a bingo card. You can do some sort of incentive, some sort of game to get her to help you book parties so that she gets rewarded in the end. And then, of course, they get rewarded. And then have a live game, all right? And then the last part of the strategy is, of course, reaching out to everyone, okay? Reaching out to everyone. Okay, guys, so honestly, that is what I have for you guys. What strategy are you going to try out of everything that I trained on tonight? What strategy are you going to want to try out? And make sure, guys, download the scripts above, okay? Download those scripts. Those are my go-to scripts. I have used those scripts for 3.5, 4 years now. And I've literally had those scripts on autopilot is how often I've used them over and over and over and over. Some of them I tailor, right? Just a little bit, but at least helps you kind of get a structure to how you speak to people. And if you're wondering, like, who do I reach out to, Janet? Because I'm tapped out of my bubble. Reach out to the people that are closest to you, okay? Reach out to all of your VIP group members. Thank them for being a VIP group member. There's a script for it, okay? And then ask them if they'd like to book a party for February, end of February. Reach out to people on your friends list. Reach out to friends, right? People on your Facebook, people on your Instagram. The whole point, guys, is to have those multiple strategies and use them consistently, okay? Use them consistently. Are you going to book every single party? No, you're not. I didn't book in every single party. There were some parties that came out with 0 bookings because it's part of the business. It's part of the business. There's no system out there that will give you 100% booking rate. It just doesn't exist because you can't suspect the type of people that are going to be in that party, right? You can't foreshadow that. But when you have a system with strategies and a tool belt, then that's going to help you propel. It's going to help you get consistent. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. Enjoy your Sunday night. If you guys have any questions at all, make sure to comment below. And thank you guys so much for hopping on. Enjoy your Sunday. See y'all later.